Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy is not the first part of this game's name. It's Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. I'm the Mysterious JG. So we're getting pretty close to finishing the... yeah, I mean, this is a pretty cool look he's got, although you can't see his face at all in the cinemas that are coming. But we're getting pretty close to getting our third of the four crystals, and then the game will be almost over, right? I don't know where the story goes exactly. I've gotten some of how this game ends spoiled for me, but um, I don't know the details of how we get there. But I do feel like this game is definitely doing some of the quests of the Warriors of Light out of sequence. Like, we haven't even been to Crescent Moon Lake, whatever that town was called, where you meet Lucan the Sage, Lupin the Third. He gave us the canoe. Like I definitely remember you can do the Gurgu volcano out of sequence. I think you have to do the Earth Crystal first, don't you? Because I feel like... Okay. You have to defeat Garland before they'll build the bridge to get you to Bravoka. You have to defeat Bicky the Pirate and his men before you can get the ship. Once you've got the ship, I'm pretty sure you have to do the quests that involve the Marsh Cave to get the crown for Astos, because Astos gives you access to the ancient key, or Astos gives you whatever it is that you use to actually wake up the Prince of Elfria. You need the key from the Prince of Elfria to get the dynamite. You need the dynamite to give the dwarves. Elfria and the dwarves completely skip in this game, but you can't get to any of the four crystals until you've used dynamite with the dwarves to blow open a canal, which gets you out of that kind of interior sea you're locked into with the ship. Once you've got the ship, you can get to Melmond, which I think is the name of the town that has the Earth Cave stuff. And I'm pretty sure you can get to the Crescent Lake town. But the Crescent Lake town is where you get the canoe. You need the canoe to get to Gurgu Volcano. You also need the canoe to get to the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave gives you the floater, which gives you the airship, which gives you access to the entire northern part of the game, which you need to go to get to the Sea Shrine and to get to, in that game, the Mirage Tower and the Floating Palace of Tiamat. So I know you can do Gurgu Volcano out of order, because once you have the canoe, you can skip Gurgu Volcano, get the floater, and you can do the stuff in the north first. But I don't think you can get the canoe. I think before Lucan will give you the canoe, I think you have to light the crystal at the Earth Cave. So that's out of order. This game definitely gets things out of order by doing the air crystal and Tiamat first. In Final Fantasy 1 also has a game mechanic you don't see in RPGs too much anymore, where you, in order to advance the story and get to get the Onyx, which I think you need to get to breathe underwater and do the Tiamat and the water crystal, I think you have to buy a pixie from a caravan, which just means having lots of gold. I'm pretty sure that's the only way to do it. There's no, like, it's not something where, oh, you can save lots of gold and skip a quest, but normally you have to do a quest. It's like, no, you just have to have lots of gold. It's not hard at all if you're fighting with a party that has mostly black belts in that game, because you have nothing to spend money on anyway. What am I talking about? Yeah, so I think in real original Final Fantasy, you have to do the Earth Cave first. You can skip Gurgu Volcano and put it off till very near the end. I don't remember if it's possible to get the cube, which you need to get to the Floating Palace of Tiamat, without doing the Sea Shrine, but it's possible that it is. So I think even though Nintendo Power told you Earth Cave, Gurgu Volcano, Sea Shrine, Floating Palace of Tiamat, you probably could sequence break the game and do... Like, maybe you could do the Floating Palace second? I don't know if you have to beat the Sea Shrine before you can beat the Floating Palace. But you... No, wait, the slab... you can go out of your way to get the slab... Oh, you need the slab to get Dr. Undine to translate the language of the Lufinians, right? And you need that before you can... I'm pretty sure you need to speak Lufinian before you can do the Floating Palace of Tiamat, because I think the robot that gives you the cube speaks Lufinian, right? So I think you need to get the slab, but you can go to the Sea Shrine, do everything that you need to do to get the Sea Shrine, and then ignore Kraken and just get the slab and back out of the Sea Shrine. So I think it's possible, if you really want to go out of your way to sequence break, to do Earth Cave, Floating Palace of Tiamat, Sea Shrine, Gurgu Volcano. But I'm almost positive you have to do the Earth Shrine first. So let's defeat the first of the 4 fiends, even though for us he'll be the 3rd, Lich. I probably wanted to be in the mage deal anyway. Oh, and this is one of the cinematics that I saw in that donkey video too, so at least part of it. Oh, what do you know? An evil guy awaits us at the place guarding one of the crystals. It's so smoky in here. Hey, it's Jet Black, and he's drunk.
Jack, it's up to you now. Ash?
We seem to be having visions of one of our party members before each battle against one of the 4 fiends. Our 4 party members and the 4 fiends. I really don't know what to make of that yet. But if this guy starts talking about the time he met Radical Ed.
You're the one who stole the Earth crystal's shine.
The crystal's gentle waves resonate.
Yeah, he talks like Jet Black with a stupid Dalek voice being implied. Or Cyberman. So if it's a Cyberman, don't turn your back on a Cyberman, I'm gonna box you.
People sing the praises of the earth. A foolish dream. No matter how much you wish it, that season will never come.
What, spring?
So long as I
So your plan is to prevent spring break?
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Oh, it's still funny. I made myself not ruin it. Like in the donkey video, he's like he just has funny reactions. Some people do. He's like, but what if it's chaos? But because Donkey's video on this, which I do recommend you watch, it's like less than 10 minutes. It's pretty hilarious. It will spoil the end of the game, but it was spoiled for me too. Yeah, it's all he's just like watching cinematics and making fun of Jack and Jack's like obsession with chaos. But in this case, oh, I don't give a fuck who you are. Jack really is like the ultimate, like he's the hero of a game that was written by like a 13-year-old boy who thinks that this is going to be the coolest ever. He's like, what if Shadow the Hedgehog was Shadow the Hedgehog, but he was allowed to say swears? That's basically Jack. Good and plenty. Those licorice candies that are neither good nor particularly plentiful. The name is a lie.
Just careful. That thing's got magic.
Well, yeah. Ow! I need to get him to,
Ain't about to be beat by some bone. Damn thing just disappeared. On your guard. We can't let it surprise us. Better tread carefully.
Alright, well, I'm casting black magic to,
You're being absorbed by the fiend.
wow.
Take it. Your life, your power. Pass! Might be in big trouble.
I am dead now, though. Yeah, okay, so I didn't do that right at all. I was trying to earn up Ultima. I might need to not use that approach, or just let the spells come as they come. Because standing around and casting spells, he's focused on me and he's using magic, so that wasn't working at all. Oh, here's the hints and tips. Lich excels at fighting from a distance. Nothing makes it happier than sitting back and slicing ranged spells or attacks that inflict status ailments. A particular peril is its curse spell, which can inflict a status ailment bearing the same name, reduce your max break gauge. Close the distance and engage this undead wizard in the melee to gain the upper hand. But it's also delighted to call on the underworld to summon a skeleton servant to strike its enemy. Beware, as the death of these ghastly minions will feed Lich arcane power. To feel its devastating flare spell, of course, a well-timed soul shield can turn this potent spell against its caster. Food for thought. Alright, well, obviously we're supposed to,
It isn't over.
Alright, let's assume that those will still be stockpiled. What did he... Oh, he grabbed me with some kind of animation thing.
How many people die here?
Not off to a good start. Come on, we can do this.
Looks like I don't have enough, I was trying desperately to get out of the way there, but okay. What am I missing? I thought I did enough. Alright, now I have. But I no longer have enough MPs. Well, what am I missing? Oh, I'm not missing anything except... Oh, see, it stopped his hit points from going down any further than halfway before I'd done this. It's never...
It won't go down so easy. Jack, you ready? Of course I am. Just follow my lead.
I tried to avoid it, but whatever. So it's never... It's probably, like, Ultima, I don't know. Sometimes what you go through to get it to Ultima is pretty good. But you're always really looking to just break its frickin' guard. That's the best thing you can do, because you always have to break its guard to get anywhere. So, alright, anyway, so I win. Trying for Ultima didn't make it impossible to win, it's just... The way the bosses work in this game, it's like, okay, that's how they work. Stop fighting it, JG. That's how the bosses work. Break their guard twice and win. Any damage you do is just a side issue. Like, you always knock them down 50% the first time you knock down their guard. You always finish them the second time you do. Always concentrate on breaking the guard. Ultima can do that, but... Huh? How come that thing talk like me? And why am I saying let's have more stuff? What happened to Vampire? I thought we were gonna fight a Dracula. I'm the hero, not you! Stop trying to defend each other! Don't sacrifice for each other. I sacrifice for you. I'm the hero. Oh, she ended up getting... Oh, never mind. It is us, the guy crush. We're just dressed like her now. Like Neon.
Like I trust you guys to finish the job.
Guys, basically the four fiends. Who's going to be in charge around here? All the four fiends have the voice of one of our companions, so...
1, 2...
I don't know what that means, but, I mean, it's not a coincidence, obviously.
We did it.
Now cast Regen on yourself, because there's no Asuna to fix the broken back status ailment.
So you saw the past. Satisfied now?
Yeah,
Not
it was really cool.
I can't even remember the friends that died under my watch.
I joined the
Never
French
let
Foreign
that
Legion
happen,
to
Flash.
forget. To forget what? I do not know. I have forgotten. Well, glad it worked out for you. Huh. He's got kind of a frizzy... He's got like a natural African hair ponytail, which is an interesting look. He's not using like... And I don't know anything about African hairstyling because I don't have African hair, but he's not using any like... what do you call them? A relaxer? He's just got, you know, that hair, and but he's got it pulled back into a ponytail. Which is not a choice a lot of Japanese games would make. It's usually like over-the-top 70s afro or just hair like any white person would have, so... I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I'm complimenting the game for having done a black character with hair that doesn't seem like a parody. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, JRPGs are not always good at that. Let's just put it this way. I think the character design for this character is probably higher up on my list of well-done African-American character designs in Japanese cultural product than, say, Mr. Popo. You are better than Mr. Popo on your character
Why
design.
not check out that device, Jack? We've already revived 3 of the crystals, so there's probably a new place for us to go now.
Well, yeah, I would assume so. Otherwise, the story stalled. Thank you for trying to rescue me.
Sounds crazy, but do you think those bats brought us here?
No, I
Who
don't.
cares if it sounds crazy? I'm just thankful to whoever did it.
Even if it was the bat. What bats are you talking about? I thought she was going to thank her for trying.
Sounds crazy, but do you think those bats brought us here?
Who cares if it sounds crazy? I'm just thankful to whoever did it.
I thought maybe these two characters were going to talk about the fact that one of them tried to save the other, and I knocked them both out of the way. So.
It sounds crazy, but
So, which. I'm just confirming.
it
Okay,
sounds
they just
crazy.
share one piece of dialogue here. They don't.
Do you think those?
What about you?
That earthquake earlier was something fierce. I guess that's just what happens when the crystal's actually working.
So we're back once again to the floating palace. That's that wind crystal activated. Cool beans.
Greetings, O most illustrious warriors of light.
What up, Astos?
You've restored 3 crystals, wind, fire, and earth. That means you've defeated 3 fiends as well.
Is there a weird
The
demon
wind
eye on my
is
forehead? Does that
strange,
alarm
hot,
you?
And the soil is fragrant and fertile. You've done such a splendid job. Now, this isn't exactly a standing ovation, but it'll have to
Well,
do.
you are standing. You're
What
class.
do you want?
You want to tell us how to get this
Jack,
water crystal so we
Jack,
can be
Jack,
done?
So straight to the point. It spoils the fun. But
I've got weird demon veins on my
Father
face.
put
But
out that you saved the water crystal for last. The winds blow strong, and the seas are too rough for their liking.
oh well, they can
The good
deal.
Captain Bickey and the other old salt think you and the Cornelian King are in cahoots to ruin them.
Well, I am.
Not my problem.
I thought you'd say that.
I
Of
thought
course,
you'd
if
see
you
it
went
my
and
way.
said that to Bickey's face, you'd get an anchor to the jaw.
And then we
But
defeat him
really,
using Ultima
don't
again.
worry about it. Leave
I
them
didn't
to
use
me.
Ultima on him last time, but
Why? What are you planning?
to murder the
I'll buy
pirates
time by
for my
spinning them a
fun.
long-winded elven tale. Pirates love a good yarn, but please do hurry.
Okay, I guess that was dialogue, but what the fuck are you talking about? Like, oh, the pirates that you've already defeated are unhappy, and I'm going to go tell them a long-winded tale. You can't tell if I'm a good guy or a bad guy. I'm so enigmatic.
So all that's left is a water crystal. Let's go free it from the darkness.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... Don't be so to the point. Ruins the fun. What about you?
Be pretty bad if those pirates started causing trouble on land. But the captain seems popular despite his, quirks. I'm sure he can keep them in line.
If those pirates caused problems on land, they'd be buccaneers. Did you know that? That's what buccaneers are. They're pirates on land. Privateers are also different from... Yeah, whatever. Are you oh, no. You ladies are still going to just share one piece of dialogue at the Grand Line?
I can't help wondering what Astos came here to do.
I doubt he's here just to tell us about the pirates. He probably came to make sure we didn't go anywhere we're not supposed to.
Hey, do you think that Jack guy's cute? Let's go shopping later. Do you think those girls
Jack,
like me?
I suggest you check the device. I believe a new destination is available to you.
And probably various side ops as well. I mean, what I should do now is freaking inventory management, but... An unexpected ally completed, and that unexpected ally is, of course, Lich, the Fiend of Earth. Like, what? What do you mean an unexpected... Oh, the Whale Whisker, which is normally a spear in these games, and this game is a white mage, big old honkin' staff. or whatever you call those mace-looking dudes. We got white finger guards. I got all sorts of white mage gear. I guess at this point in the story, they think I'm just getting white mage because they don't know. I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game. I thought I was supposed to grind, so I did some grinding in the beginning. You don't sue me. Ooh, main mission. To remember this mission is now available. Main mission to remember. This mission is now available. The following side mission has been unlocked. As your memories, the Stymied. Location, Hollowed Massif. This is the ruins of the machine. Oh, it's the ruins of the Machina. See, yeah, it's interesting. So we never get to meet Sard of the Sage. Dr. Un and this town of Melmond, we never hang out there. We never meet we just meet Astos, who fucking warps us around places. So we never actually meet the dwarves, blow up this, make a canal here. So the Earth Crystal and the Gurgu Volcano were all located at approximately the right places on the map. And they are using the Final Fantasy I world map, and it's cool, it's appreciated, but it's not meaning anything. So yeah, this is indeed Onrak, I want to say is the name of the town here. I remember more detail, assuming any of it's correct. I remember more detail about Final Fantasy I than I expected, but yeah, see down here is like a bit of desert. We have to find a caravan and buy a ferry. You need that to get the ability to go into the submarine and fight Kraken. While you're down there, you get the slab, which you take to Dr. Un, who really doesn't do anything up until that point, although he's mentioned by people. And Dr. Un allows you to learn Leafinish, which... I think this is where Leafin is located. So you have to land up... This is the only place you can land is up here. You got a long trek to get to Leafin, which apparently has some other role in this game's story, because we keep hearing about the Lufinians, which I think is Leafin. And I think there's something else going on with them. But in this Final Fantasy I, they were just like this ancient race of people who... I think the floating palace was theirs, and they lost control of it. But some way... Like, you can get the cube, and you can get access to the... I think it is possible to skip Tiamat or to do Tiamat before Kraken. Although in this game, it did seem like you were given the choice. Where do you want it? 2 levels that culminate in Carry, or 2 levels that culminate in Lich. And then it looks like Kraken is always last. But anyway, yeah, there's all sorts of side ops that are available to us. We could get any of those started, but honestly, there's a fuck ton of inventory management we need to do. Let's... Yeah, we got a lot of inventory management that we need to do. Is there a side op at the Flying Fortress? No. At least if there is, we haven't unlocked it. Alright, so let's... Got a bunch of inventory management that I shouldn't subject you guys to. Let's go to Cornelia and see if anything new is coming up now. The Anxious, because we've done Rumblings of the Earth. I think we did. Embers of Flame. Whispering of the Wind. Let's check and see if these seem familiar.
Hey, Jack. I heard things are pretty rough over in Pravica. Crazy to think that the whole place is being run by pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Just hoping they get a new mayor.
There's 2 laws, one for the pirates and one for us. Make Cornelia great again. I don't know why I decided he was a Trump guy, but I say this as though he's insulting the pirates who are, calling the leaders of Provoca pirates when they're clearly democratically elected. Whatever. I don't think we heard this before, so.
The other day, my children were pretending to be the Warriors of Light again and decided to use a ball of mud as a crystal.
And threw it right in my face.
It smelled awful. They even started throwing it around the house. It was a complete mess.
Well, yeah, I don't let them do
may have
that.
been made of mud, but it was still a crystal. You ought to treat it with more respect.
What the fuck?
Do you think it's possible your children have been tainted by...
What the hell is wrong with you, lady?
Around like that?
Why do I only have one piece of dialogue I share with you? Why is that opposite happening to the women in this game?
I work in the fields every day, so I know the land better than anyone. But now, the soil just feels different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but I kind of look forward to finding out.
Decided the only way to test it is to make love to the fields. I don't know why. Why am I being like this today? Jessica, what's up?
Flowers in my mother's garden suddenly wilted and died. Apparently, they couldn't handle all the nutrients they were getting from the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew that too much of a good thing could be bad for you?
So I think what we're finding out is that we activated the wind crystal and people started saying the wind was too windy. Then we activated the fire crystal and people said fire was too... Like, it seems like people were just bitching. Everything was fine. They were bitching about some legend of light warriors. But what we're doing is actually making the elements worse. Now, couple that with the fact that all of the four fiends talk like us. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, at the very, very, very final scene of the game, spoiled, but how we get there and how it makes sense, I don't know. But, yeah, like, we find a crystal, and then everyone's like, soil suddenly sucks, what's going on? Fire is hot now, what's the deal?
Hey, Jack. Just between you and me...
Stop finding crystals.
Biggs has been acting all kinds of strange lately. Just ignore him, though. I think he's absorbed in another weird daydream.
Why are they just called? Why don't you just call these guys Wedge and Biggs? Why are they grizzled veteran and fresh-faced recruit?
Greetings, Jack. How have you been?
I'm absorbed in another weird daydream.
Than usual lately. She told me she had a dream of a strong, handsome man protecting her.
Protecting her with his penis.
Me? If that's the case, then should I propose? Would that make me king? Can you just imagine me on the throne?
No. I really can't. What the hell? Wasn't that the exact same thing he said last time?
Greetings, Jack. How have you been? Princess Sarah's been even cheerier than usual lately.
Okay, he's just kind of doing variations on a theme here.
Protecting her. Could that strong, handsome man have been me?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then should I propose?
It's practically guaranteed that you're the strong, handsome man. There's just no doubt about it, buddy. So we'll go back and listen to the fire ones.
Just between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
Biggs has been acting all kinds of...
Okay, so they're basically saying the same old
Sitting
shit.
in the bath the other day, when it suddenly got so hot, I had to jump out.
Were you naked?
Thought I filled the tub the same way as always, though.
Jumped out of the tub?
Oh, never mind. He actually, I think I made the same joke
I
before.
feel like heat of all sorts has got more intense. You're always looking out for...
So this guy seems to be, like, excited about what we're doing, but everyone else is like, what the fuck?
I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I've been burning food left and right. Sometimes
Turning it into mud balls, which my kids throw around the house. Giant breast woman, will you say something creepy to make me feel better?
some sort of villain now.
Why
Villain?
don't you bring your children by next time?
I will
Be
destroy them.
careful about treating their own mother like that.
Yeah, she's... Okay, she's weird.
Tainted by dark.
She thinks everyone's tainted by darkness.
Be serious.
What, you be serious?
Hey, Jack. I heard things are pretty rough over in Provoca.
Oh, does he just say
Hoping
this?
They get a new mayor.
Okay, so his thing...
Hey, Jack. Just hoping they get a new mayor.
Alright, so his stuff doesn't change. How long have you been talking about this?
Hey there, warrior of lights. There's 5 of you now?
He's pretty condescending.
Well, no matter. More the better in a fight, I say.
Okay, so...
Lately, my children have taken to playing both. Well, it's always fun to watch them playing.
Oh my. You ought
Oh my... I'm just skipping through to
Just
get
listen,
a...
Jack. The wind swept up... Well, thanks to these wild winds...
So Fred always imparts that the elements are getting crazier as you, quote, rescue them, but he's always positive about it. Jessica's gonna bitch about it now.
Like never before. It If that's the case, you might really be the warriors.
Never mind, she's still happy, although later she gets weird about it. Now, is he thinking...
Greetings, Jack.
Okay, now these guys...
Greetings.
Hey, I think that guy's about to start getting into a fantasy.
Isn't this
Alright, so we'll wrap up by talking about the Anxious, which I guess is... So, assuming the Flame and Earth ones are kind of equally whatever, the Anxious is only going to play when we've done both. So it kind of makes sense we've unlocked 2 sets of dialogue, because one comes from doing the fire, one comes from doing the earth. But this is like all 3 are done, and there's only one left. And now people, yeah, well, it is the Anxious, and the music suddenly stopped being cheerful. So I'm legitimately curious about where this is going. I don't know.
Reports say the pirates are running amok nearby. Though I suppose they are bandits on land, pirates on sea.
No, they're
Whatever
buccaneers on
be on
land.
alert for those murderous marauders.
They're buccaneers. Come on, guy. Go back and read the comments on like episode 2 of Let's Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's like an 800 episode endless series where all comments stopped after episode 5 or so. But the first couple of videos, which is some asshole telling me I didn't know what pirates for R versus buccaneers, even though I never actually said anything wrong. And then he disappeared. It's my main memory of that
I
game.
understand the pirates have slaughtered their way nearly to the city walls. Sleep with one eye open.
Holding your pillow
Keep
tight.
your weapons close at hand.
But dude, slaughtered who? Like, this game doesn't really seem to have. Well, Final Fantasy rather. Like, who did they kill? Metoya? Like, who else is anywhere between Provoca and here? Just like a person. It's just, are they out there killing like giants and creeps, iguanas, or like whatever the hell, like gray wolves, whatever the hell is actually out there between the 2 cities?
My farm's done for. The earth shifts and swallows my crops, and violent storms wash away what little's left. This must be a sign. The land's screaming at me to let it sit fallow.
It's frightening. What will happen if the harvest fails?
Should be
Will you
obvious.
be naked in the
Greedy
tub?
folks are already starting to hoard food.
Well, yeah, food will
Thanks
spoil,
to those
so.
greedy fools hoarding supplies, my dinner table's looking mighty bare.
Those jerks should give me all their food for no reason.
Anything. Too busy up on his lofty throne to help us simple folk.
And what about Hunter Biden's laptop?
Jack, please restore the crystals, and soon.
Unless you've been tainted by
You're
darkness.
warriors of light, aren't you? It's your duty to save us.
I don't really appreciate the way these people are talking to us.
Seems like those villainous scoundrels over in Provoca finally shook their leash.
I thought it was Provoca.
We should seal off the bridge before they come across to loot and plunder.
Well, I mean, we could. We could definitely do that. Alright, well, the common folk seem pretty pissed, to tell you the truth. And it doesn't seem like advancing the story is actually going to make things any better. They're just not happy with the way anything's going right now. So we're going to throw down a save. I am curious. I don't think there's much of it going on. I mean, this game is not as dead as, say, AEW Fight Forever, but like if I were to do online multiplayer with this, I don't know what it'd be. Would I? Because like 3 people can run around and fight at the same time. Would you fight with I'm just switching party members around for no reason. Would you fight with I guess all of you would be Jack, or all of you would probably fight like Jack, like the other party, like maybe you could appear as other party members, but you would still be, you know, circle button makes you rip off an enemy's head and beat them to death with it. Tactics, which no one except for Jack gets to do in this game. At any rate, yeah, I'm going to call it a video here. I guess I'll do a little bit of off-screen inventory management just to spare you guys all that excitement. But when we come back, I don't know if I feel like doing side ops or if I feel like going on to fight Tiamat, because at this point, the tiny bit of grinding, I didn't do that much grinding, but the grinding I did, and really making a beeline towards the jobs that I thought were going to be my end jobs, Sage and Breaker. It's not like I never have trouble anymore, but the game is feeling pretty easy right now, so Doing the main story until things get tricky and then going back for side ops might be the path here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.